Alcivan here at Bamboo Inn. Hey guys, happy fall. It's a beautiful autumn day. And today I'm going to give you a lesson, a little bit on Tenkan. For those of you who have kind of dipped your feet into this new instrument that I created. So this is a 4.3 that's a new one that's going to Michel Dubois in Montreal. So just a little introduction. I did a video on this instrument some time ago, several years ago actually, a big one. And now I'm just getting back into it. I haven't made very many videos, but I'm going to start doing it because people are being interested in this thing. So it's I want to give you some tutorials. So first of all, this is a kind of medium-sized one, 4.3, and I believe it's in C sharp. But basically, we got our finger positions on the top end of the flute because it's impossible to reach like this for 4.0 and above. Some people are big, like that's kind of the reason why I invented this thing, is so you can get that deep tone. But still do kind of fingering, but you don't have to stretch your arm so much. But the result of that is I created this kind of harmonic thing. So I think it's even cooler because you can get these crazy harmonics. Okay, so let's get back to the lesson. So first of all, it's easy to get the fingering. It's no problem. It's very similar to shakuhachi. Not exactly, because it's harmonically placed. But you want to release your air very slowly, especially the long one. I'm going to give you another tutorial on a bigger flute, like a 7.0 in a bit. But you want to let your breath out slower than a shakuhachi. So, sorry, my wife is cooking in the kitchen, so it's making all this noise, sorry. Anyways, so if you want to make the bass tone, you want to close all the holes and blow softly so you can get the full tube sound. And it's a flute that has back pressure, right? Because it's such a long flute, there is, because of how long the flute is, there will be immediate back pressure because it takes longer for the air to go through the flute. So look for that back pressure. Don't, it's not immediate like that for the bass tone. So you have to and it's a softer one, and this really makes you focus on your technique of letting your breath out slower. This is why it's so good for your regular shakuhachi playing, because it trains you to release your air very slowly, which is good for your shakuhachi playing too. But it takes a bit of technique to make it stronger, the sound like this. You still have to blow softer, but you have to be very subtle about your breath. Okay, it's gonna make it more. Okay, so soft breath, warm breath, like you're warming your hand, and then cool breath, like you're blowing on your coffee or your tea to make it cold, cooler. You can feel the difference. Okay? And then I'm using those two styles of breathing. This comes directly from my training in Jinashi flute. So, warm breath. Then cool breath. you can hear those textural changes, right? Okay. Next point is circular breathing, which is a influence from my didgeridoo playing. So this type of breathing, which I'm gonna give you a more in-depth lesson in a bit later. Today I have to send this flute out to Michelle, so I have to. I don't have that much time today, but basically you want to learn how to circular breathe, which means blowing out and then snatching in at the same time whenever you need to replenish your air supply. So I'll just give you a little bit. And this is what creates the rhythm patterns of the flute when you want to play that way. So when I play this, for example, in performance, I mix long harmonic sections with rhythmic sections, which makes the composition more interesting. So it moves the mind, right? So when I do long tones, I just do circular breathing straight, and then I do the harmonic changes with the fingers, and then I snap into or ease into a rhythmic section. I'll just give you a little sample of what that sounds like. So I'm blowing in and out at the same time when I do circular breathing. So it immediately creates a pattern, a repeating type of rhythmic pattern. So you can combine that. If you study rhythm signatures such as 4/4, 3/4, 6/8, 5, 5/4, etc., 7/4, whatever, you can utilize those and make your composition more interesting. So for example, I'll do a 3/4 time. To. So that's just a sample, and you can, switch it up and do any kind of rhythm pattern you want. But you got to learn the fundamentals of circular breathing first, and know your rhythm. Go have a nice tight rhythm. So I encourage people to practice with a metronome so that you can really lock into that rhythm. Okay, and last point I wanted to make today is the fingering part. So this is actually it's not very difficult. And for some reason, you can get the pentatonic, but it's on the higher end of the spectrum because of how the fingers are placed. So for this flute, you can get the pentatonic. So. On the higher, it's only a 1 octave pentatonic. When it gets to the higher level, you get into other harmonics, which you cannot control very well. So if you pop it to the next octave, so you can almost get the pentatonic, but it's very unstable. But it still makes a very cool tone, very cool sounds. And I just love when it gets to the high octaves, the type of sounds and frequencies you can access there. Okay, that's it. So, Tenkan, I'll be making more of these. The 4.3 is such a nice mid-size Tenkan that has the nice harmonic. And so next I'll be bringing you the 7.0 Tenkan lesson. So see you next time. Bamboo in.